Hello, friends. Let's get to it. If Streamlabs ever picks up that a game is being played. There we go. How's everybody doing tonight? The game audio is very loud, I'm sorry. For some reason, the intro to this game is quite loud. I opened it once before to check the settings, see if there's anything I could change. Boy, it's quite loud. Yo, what's up, man? Welcome to a one-shot homie zone adventure. What Remains of Edith Finch? So, I know very little of this game, and a lot of my friends recommended it to me. My friend Devin, he highly, highly recommends it. So I'm gonna give it a shot. And he told me to let everyone know to get ready to be sad. So, let's jump right in. I wonder if I can use my controller for this. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Let's go.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Wow. Game looks great
I
already.
lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms. Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
It's the volume a little bit.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
Oh. A funeral, okay. We're off to a good start.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Okay, so mystery key. We have a split path. Let's see. See what happens if we go this way. Looks like that might be the path to the house, but I'm not sure. Unless they both just lead there.
No one had driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Okay, so there's horses. Man, I wish I had a horse. Wait. Oh, no, that's a deer, not a horse. Goodbye, deer.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
We're on our way there. Now's your chance to get all these answers. Yeah, it looks like both those paths just head to right here. Wow, look at that old truck.
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
That is some architecture.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
I mean, I'd be afraid of sleeping in that room all the way at the top of that tower that was thrown on there. Well, I understand being afraid of the house. Going in through the doggy door, hell yeah. Knew it wasn't going to be as easy as going in through the front door.
Easier when I was 11.
Oh, you left the freezer open. What a... that. Huh.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home. But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Oh, look, that's me. I am that child. I think.
Like how only one restaurant would deliver to our house, so we had Chinese a lot.
Nice. Not a bad choice. Imperial Palace. Oh, Washington. Okay, we're in Washington. That is a lot of cans of tuna. Probably haven't gone bad.
Or how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat,
Salmon.
Molly.
Oh, Molly. Apple pie recipe. I wonder how good that recipe is. Try out that recipe. Make some Edith Finch apple pie.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
Well, nothing's
Great
gonna jump out and
Grandpa
spook
Sven
me.
built a music box for Barbara,
Just a music box.
along with the rest of the house. Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Oh, I was gonna say, alright, that was easy. I'll just punch the glass out, or is there glass? Very clean glass. The world's cleanest glass.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
Well, why did they leave?
It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
Oh, we have a wheelchair. Oxygen tank. A bunch of Chinese.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
I wonder what happened to Great-Grandma Edie, because wheelchair is still here. Where did she go? Go down this hall. Wait. What's that window lead to? That's to the garage where I started? Yep. Oh, okay. So that just loops back around to here. Perfect.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Oh. Milton. Look, a lamp.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Okay. This door is, sealed shut with that foam. Also, bar put across it.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Oh. Not a very big room to bury bodies, though. Unless she's talking, like, figuratively, and, like, the books are their stories or something. Everyone in the Finch family has an autobiography. The Nordic Cookbook. A Viking's Belly. Tasting Thailand. Weird Recipes. I like that one. Cosmic Cuisine. Another copy of A Viking's Belly. They must really like that one. Alright. Wow. They have one of these, electric chairs to help get up the stairs. Really drives me up the wall.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
I don't understand. So, her mother was the one that put the bars across the doors, and their great-grandma Edie, or Grandma Edie, put the peepholes in them?
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Lewis
are they
told me
sealed?
there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
I mean, with how the outside of the house looks, definitely see there being some secret passages for sure. Oh, that kind of looks like a house key. Oh, well, okay, it unlocked that master lock.
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets.
Oh, so it's just a...
Now it was time
book?
to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
You ever wonder what all that space was used for?
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me.
What? Brother had been in the weird crawl space in the wall?
Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door.
Probably just one of the sealed off rooms, right?
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead. I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Oh, yeah. Peephole. Isn't Molly the
inside
cat?
For the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Don't like that. Animal masks, that owl one's very spooky.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here, before my mom sealed the doors.
Molly Finch. Molly's a person.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat.
We gonna eat our hamster?
The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
Okay, we're not gonna eat the gerbil because looks like the gerbil escaped because there's no door to the gerbil cave. Gonna eat the goldfish?
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Yeah, let's not eat Christopher. Keep looking in there. How high up in that giant tower are we right now? Didn't feel like we went up that high. We are short. We are a young child.
I kept eating and eating.
Don't eat the toothpaste. Okay, good.
I ate a lot of things that night. Then I heard chirping outside my window.
You gonna eat the bird?
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her.
Windows chained from the outside.
And suddenly, I was a cat.
So
I tried
Molly
to be quiet,
is...
but the bird was really scared. Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Oh, hi, Mom and Dad. There you are. Get back here. I will catch you. God, I'm getting so close.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired. Now
Perfect.
I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
So, climbed this tree before. Giant tree that's outside.
I gobbled her up,
Oh,
and suddenly I was an owl.
fell? Okay.
First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Grass. The grass.
Rabbits.
Okay. Oh. Oh, there we go. Hello, rabbit. Oh, I got you. So sorry it had to be this way.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
No, I gotta say, I think that's the first time I've ever eaten a rabbit in first person. Whole in a game, ever. What are we looking for?
A mama rabbit.
So, just a bigger rabbit?
She was almost too big to carry. I
Okay.
started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
The natural progression of things. Didn't expect that. Flap my fins around.
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever. I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Oh, yeah.
I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Okay. We're eating seal flipper now. There it is, I see you. Back your
Grabbed
seal.
on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Am I an octopus now? Or like some kind of demon?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Okay, yep, I'm a monster. Went the wrong way. Oh, that way. Come on, tentacle.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Oh boy, I'm just eating people now. I finally achieved my dream goal of having tentacles.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Why stop now? We're already a monster. Oh, yeah. Still more, huh? And did I have to go at him from inside? Look around through here. Oh no. That's a doorway.
Last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it. I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
We're not going into, like, the sewers, are we? Of course, it's a toilet.
I got closer and closer.
Wait a minute. I'm the monster underneath my own bed?
All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
So, this girl Molly is so hungry she wants to eat herself? But Molly's also the cat?
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Oh, so we have entire family tree. So, we're Edith. Milton, our youngest brother, disappeared one day. Lewis died tragically, I assume. I don't know who Sanjay is. Dawn, Gus, I assume are our parents. And then Gregory, Kay, Sam, Walter, Calvin, Barbara, Molly, Sven, Eddie, Edie, Odin, and Ingeborg. Okay. Alright, I guess we're going to be filling up our family tree. Oh, the fish is gone. Guess we ate him. Oh look, a fox. (1947). How long has this room been sealed up for? God. Can't go out that door. Oh god, are we gonna become the cat? Oh, that was a cat. That was weird.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past.
The library?
Though, when we adopted
Oh.
a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly.
Well, I figured out how to open the menu. That's a good thing.
I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. Lewis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Lewis. What did Lewis die from? Oh yeah, look at that.
Her room was like a museum.
God, Odin. Look at this guy. Oh, he's a writer, joining the great majority. Mysteries of Death and Thereafter by Edith Finch. Wow. Yeah, this family really likes their books. That was a giant library that we passed by. Hold on, let's read Odin's thing. Pictograph.
For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind.
He took his house. He just picked up his house.
But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Okay, so
Odin
they didn't go
Finch
with
is
him.
the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Oh, that guy is pumped to build this house.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
So the curse starts with Odin, huh? Clearly, it got him. Sunk him and his house. Look, a little shark. Region folktale, huh?
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but she didn't.
Dragon kills Finch. Man, he's so happy. His dragon-shaped slide. Sounds cool as hell. Built 1937, Sven Finch.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity.
The forest around their house was on fire. Edie stays.
I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Edith Jr. It is always weird whenever
Edie gave
a
a big
female is a
interview
junior.
about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
Not weird, it's just uncommon. Oh man, huh? In Druid World? I want to go to Druid World, that sounds awesome. Shrine sketches. Oh, that's where we came in. Oh, all these bird cages. Not a bird. That's Rob, the lizard. Burpee. Purpley. Burpee. Oh, she had an owl. Zerpy. Derpy. This one. Without a nameplate. Bob the Snake. Burpee. Got a theme there.
Even in her 90s. Sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
The one bird that they got that they didn't want. Herpy. Wow, look at this carpet.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
Oh, hey, Frisbee. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Okay, is this carpet Yeah, it's definitely carpet. Who carpets a bathroom? So much mold and mildew grow in that. I mean, I guess there's no shower in here, but even still. Splash some water from washing your hands or, you know, splashing. Get all that mildew in there. Gross. There's a secret in this bathroom. I wonder what that could mean.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Whoa. Calvin Finch. Calvin only lived to be 7? Who's that guy? In the military.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Oh, maybe that's Sam taking a mirror selfie. Ye old mirror selfies. Swing, a deer. Am I missing anything on this side? Nope. Just the wall. Couple turns land into a native haven. Murder probe, clues exhausted. That's not good. Same newspaper. Fort Calvin. Another peephole, doors all sealed up. Oh, graduated high school. Cobra Battalion Bravo Company. 120% deportment grade. Pretty sure that's really great.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin,
Oh, it's a twin, huh?
and that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Oh. My leg broken? Yep. Sure is.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Morbid.
At Barbara's funeral, we swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
We're gonna go flying over the edge.
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready! Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible. Maybe if I hadn't said that,
Not like the tree branch it's about to break.
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
maybe if the wind hadn't picked up, then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it.
Oh boy. We are going for it.
I think he'd already made up his mind.
Oh
That's what
boy.
I want to remember about my brother.
Oh. We are really going for it.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Oh my god. Wow.
Calvin's story felt strange and familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Well, I guess it's a good thing you didn't.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Oh man. Yeah, look at that. Calvin's height chart stops right there. This is a really cool room,
Mom said
though.
Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
Like he did a little hunting. Have to go back out there? Maybe not. These secret ways to open doors is incredibly elaborate. Always has to do with books, too. Maybe there are some dead bodies in the library. Hidden behind all the books.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Let's go check out this way first. It's the first passageway that had 2 ways to go.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Looks like she was. She has her own doll. She's also friends with Bigfoot.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Guess she found stardom really early and never did anything else. She also only lived to be 16.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been.
That's not
But
nice.
in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Yeah, that was
Now,
a good
that
one.
was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room.
Oh, God.
So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're
Uh-oh.
right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue.
We're going to that music box.
She reached for the music box. And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Cool art style.
She found phone Rick Scratch and imagine the worst.
Oh, Rick. Nice. So, I'm just terrorizing the basement right now, just for fun. What a weird way for a comic book to go. Okay.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Nope, don't like that. That's where he just cut his hand. Take a weapon or something. Oh god, that's creepy. Getting the practice in for when the enemy actually shows up.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Well, you had that coming.
Relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later,
Barbara! Walter?
Uh-oh.
What's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up. But if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Alright, here we go. Hit the TV for good luck. Spooky skeleton. Okay. Roller skate, classic. All these boxes in the way.
Orcas Island police described the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Oh boy.
I returned, saw the Hookman, and was speechless.
Still couldn't scream.
Smashing. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
Well, just take a second to beat this clown up. Oh, we were in that. How was that room empty for a minute? Why wasn't that one sealed up? Oh, can't open that door. Here we go. Oh yeah. You got it, boys. As soon as I look away, he's gonna disappear. Would have seen it run by, yeah.
Inside the house. And she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life.
What?
I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box was all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Eerie tale. Okay. Still not 100% on that
Told me
story.
all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Wow. Okay, didn't expect that. Just disappeared one day. Okay. Let's keep going. That is a wild secret passage.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
So you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go play with the music box.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
Up.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
That's a hell of a doorway. Guess a hell of a way to lock stairs. I want to know what that extension cord goes to, though.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
I mean, that was a long time ago. That's still a thing.
It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
Alright, so that was just a big loop to get us back here. Getting darker, it looks like. Ah, where's the ear? Man, that would have been cool. Ear was still in there. Oh boy. Okay, here we go. Nothing bad ever happens in basements. Baby stuff.
Mom said the basement was off
Table
limits.
saw.
Unless I wanted another tetanus shot.
You know what? That's fair. That's responsible parenting. Oh, look, a little dragon slot.
I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
Okay, that's where I would keep, you know, packages as well, I guess. Storage.
I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Okay. Secret passage built into the refrigerator. It is very dark in here. I can't see anything either.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
A
If there's
fallout
pattern in
shelter?
all these stories,
Tasty beans.
I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Yeah, this is a fallout shelter. Working on some model trains down here. Walter. Yep. Let's see Walter's story.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
30 years? What?
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week.
Shaking? What the hell is shaking?
But after a few days, I settled into a routine.
Why is it
That's what
shaking?
kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always
God, I love
expected to
canned
be
peaches.
dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Is there a train going by overhead?
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly. And then one day, everything just stopped.
2005?
Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
Stayed down here for so long. Let's say protection from demons, homemade weaponry, cracking the curse, spiritual warfare. Like we got some flowers in there. Okay, so it doesn't want me to go this way. But everything is incredibly dark over here. Oh. Of course, the floor. Why didn't I think of that? Boy. Jiggly Farms, Concord Grape Jam. I want to go to
it's out
Jiggly
there
Farms.
somewhere.
Alvino's cereal, extra crispy.
Whatever killed Barbara and Molly and Calvin.
I mean, Calvin flew off his swing.
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it.
Starting to think that the Edith family
I'm
curse
going
is
to
just
appreciate
depression.
all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left, or a month, or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Was a train. He was killed by a train shortly after leaving. Gotcha.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Yeah. There's some guy living in the basement for the first 6 years of your life. He was there.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
Imagine someone just living in your basement for 6 years without you knowing about it.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter.
Living in a bomb shelter?
But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
Like his trash pile. Probably also his bathroom pile. Oh, peanut butter, hell yeah. You know, for 30 years living down in the same spot, the guy didn't really put a dent in his food. God damn.
Trying to bury something that's still alive.
You better not follow those train tracks.
Now that there's
Sure,
only
the
one
train.
of us left, or maybe 2, I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But
Sure,
now
the
I'm
train.
worried the stories themselves might be the problem.
Doesn't run this way anymore.
Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Oh boy. Someone was coming out here, lighting candles. Yeah, something tells me the train doesn't run anymore. What is that? Something out there.
I don't know if I should even be writing this. Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family.
Ooh.
And the history you're a part of.
Who am I talking to?
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now.
She writing this for her missing brother, just in
I
case.
think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth. And when you look at the house, at that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible.
Oh, you know what? Grandma Edie taking those packages downstairs. Must have just been helping restock him. Probably refilling Walter on everything he needed. Going the right way? Oh. Very dark. That doesn't seem to be the right way, actually. Going back around again.
I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
It's
Odin
embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
That's not good. What'd you do to those poor gerbils? Zerpy, Lurpy, Furpy, Chirpy, Burpy, Derpy, and Derpy Jr. Tucker, Coco, Zoe, Charlie, Daisy, Lucy. Christopher, Bob, Shadow, Oliver, Shotzi. Christopher was the goldfish. Oh yeah, there's a little fish on there. Oh, a cat. Bunny. Dog. I don't know what Shotzi was, but Shotzi has a little mausoleum. Must be a dog. It looks like a doghouse. A Bailey. Frog. Unnamed frog.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Something in there. Little train conductor from one of the sets or something. Edie liked to write. Sven was a carpenter. Alvin really liked astronauts. Molly was the cat girl. Barbara. Wait a minute. Way more people on this family tree than have graves in here.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Oh, this is them watching Sven get sucked down with the house into the water, huh?
She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
That the house? Just die right there?
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every
Shit.
night.
They almost made it there, too. Man, how did he drown just right there? 100 yards away from the shore.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from.
Yo, Trash Waifu. What's up? Welcome to the homie zone. You died on your birthday? Oh my god, that's so sad.
Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Oh, okay. Here's the rest of the graves. I was like, wait a minute. More people in the family tree than there are graves. Who's still alive?
She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us.
Yeah. Sanjay.
We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
Man, I bet Milton's still out there somewhere. Who's Sanjay? Sanjay's on there. It's like a leaf.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself.
Swear to God, if there's some kind of secret passage in the treehouse.
But looking back on it now,
Oh, Tiffichu, what's up? Oh my god, hey. You know what? You have my favorite Twitch name.
If she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
"22 weeks pregnant. Dear God." Room is that? Huh? So dark. Where is everything?
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common. They were
I like
both
these
pretty intense.
fingerless forearm gloves that we have on. Oh, look at that. Alright. Let's learn about Sam. Still with the mirror selfies.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Oh, I'm controlling the
Am I
camera.
gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged. Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the... Okay, got it.
She looks very
I'm gonna
enthused.
take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
I guess we can just take pictures of whatever we want.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
Oh, look, bird.
Aw.
This is incredibly hard to focus. You're gonna be like a monster out in the woods or something. Gonna take a bunch of pictures of these birds till something happens. Bigfoot, we're taking pictures of Bigfoot. The legendary Bigfoot photo. I honestly have no idea what I'm supposed to take a picture of. Oh, there's a stick in the water. Bigfoot? That's not Bigfoot. Maybe it is. Kayak? Picture of the kayak? Blurry photos of the grass in front of me. I'm just gonna take a picture of anything. Loch Ness Monster. Damn it, Monta! Another stick in the water. Sky. The tree. The tree. Not the tree. At a loss here. Oh well, didn't want to hit that. A little guidance to my target or something. Just gonna keep taking photos till the film runs out. expert. Abstract photography. Wait. Sleeping bags?
Definitely should not.
Oh,
have
there we
drunk all
go.
that coffee.
That's
Hey!
right. Taking pictures of people peeing.
That's a keeper. Hold still while I take a
Voyeurism.
picture of you.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Don. You'll need to remember this stuff if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Don, I'm being serious.
That's right, some guy
No,
who
Dad,
died.
You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip.
Racker attackers?
Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere. Don, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph?
No way. Clearly not.
You don't need to waste any more film on me, kiddo.
Spent all that time
I bet
looking
if I
for
could remember where
Bigfoot.
that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time.
I want to know what
Give me
that
a minute to
is.
check the map.
Am I supposed to find the trail?
Let's see.
It's gonna be one really shitty photo album.
Maybe. Or was it?
Guess I'm kind of just wasting time until he figures out what's going on.
Could have been.
It's almost like he talks more when I focus on him. Ah, do something. I have no idea what I'm supposed to be doing. Mentioned a trail, but... Oh, there we go.
Good eyes, Don.
Wow. That
Before
took
you take the
forever.
shot, let me get a picture of it.
The hell are you?
Dad, I...
Got it.
Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Don, you don't have to do anything.
Oh,
Great shot, Don!
wow. Action shot. Hell yeah. And we're taking selfies. Oh, she's not happy about that, huh?
I'm proud of you, Don. Always remember that, okay?
Yeah, I'm controlling him. I didn't expect that.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally
so...
normal, Don. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Sam being killed by a deer. Okay.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Took a lot of selfies for being afraid of being in front of the camera. Spooky crawl space. Air conditioning.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Inch control? Oh, must be brothers. Oh no, Gregory was just a baby. Well, that's not good. Worst contract. Hey, don't put it back. We gotta flip through it.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it.
See ghosts. Kids see ghosts. Okay?
I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Conducting music with the duck? Oh, now I'm the frog.
Bartender's over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
Oh yeah.
I wonder what he saw.
Apparently floating bubble ducks. Knocking her name off.
So much
What?
lost in his imagination. I wonder what else he saw. It sure made him happy.
We got the whale. Have to flip him over. There we go. Up. Come on, we gotta get the bubbles.
I know how simple
Oh
this
yeah.
is. Made me too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Damn it. Hold on, I don't want Gregory.
I wish he could have told us
Oh,
about the world he saw.
I was like, oh, okay. He, Mom came back. Come on, turn it off.
So
No.
much I don't understand
Oh, wow.
about Gregory. About everything.
That's right. Get to the plug. Get
I know
to
what
the
happened
plug.
wasn't your fault.
Right there. Go. See?
I'm sure he's happy.
Made it.
He'd want you to be happy too.
Hang on one sec.
Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Wow. Okay. Well, Gregory was 1. Really liked the tub. Don't want to know who Sanjay is.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet...
Poem for Gus.
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart.
Storm?
I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom, were the words that I wrote.
Stepmom, huh? I like his punk rock bracelet he's got there. No one cares about the kite crashing into their heads.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
Oh, whoa, what a rebel.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
I'm gonna get struck by lightning at this funeral. Oh, there we go. Oh, we took the
Rain
chairs
came
with
down in
us.
buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made.
Crudely made. That tent's like one of those actual like banquet tents.
The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Oh, okay.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Was I crushed by the tent? Edgy
She never told me
13-year-old.
about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
Greg, be a baby. Like, be a baby.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Everything is Greg. Hey, you know what? At least she was staying in shape. A little rock wall to climb to get up here. Storm away from your parents, climb up there, no worries.
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English.
Oh, good for her.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Oh, okay. Sanjay's our dad. That's why he's a leaf. He's not part of the family tree, but he was on the tree. Aw. Dawn and Sanjay. Oh, your mom was a real, Born and helpful lady, huh? They call that the, like a missionary or something? Not like the religious kind. Peace Corps?
Lewis was born a year later.
Alright, we're not going down that way. Going up.
When my dad died,
Right.
I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again.
Oh, it's me. Few little figurines on my dead plants.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Our family history, fact or fiction? Man, I want to flip those postcards, those note cards over so bad. Lewis rules. Hell yeah, Lewis.
But it didn't last.
Odin Finch, The Curse. By Edith Finch. Wait, so... I wrote this? Leaf efforts end in disaster. Is that how Sanjay died? Our dad? Looks like it. That's not good.
The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Oh,
After
Milton.
Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Milton was a child that loved to paint, huh? Missed all the words, but... Door's locked, but the window right next to it is not. I was walking around in here. Wow, he was apparently really good. Oh, that's his door. How old was he when he disappeared? I can't remember if they said it. I'm sure they did.
Milton Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
Go. Whoa. We're in the flipbook inside the flipbook. It's incredibly creative. Milton disappeared when he
I
was
was
11.
4 when
Wow.
Milton disappeared.
Milton was very talented for an 11-year-old. Holy crap. All we have
spent
left
months
is
searching
Lewis.
for my brother. Then she sealed the doors.
Where did he go?
Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out.
Found in the house, huh? Like I just walked around this side for no reason. So, going up further.
Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room. Until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
How did he just disappear? Take a look.
Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room. Except Lewis.
Lewis was 22. Just a boat on top of this house. How'd they even get this up here? How well insulated is a boat? How do you survive the winter? Well, I guess it must not be
Lewis's
terrible.
room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Very psychedelic. What kind of games we playing?
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Wonderland Turbo. Wonder Swan, but kind of looks like hybrid of all consoles, but definitely has PlayStation 1 memory cards. Oh. That screen, nice. Lewis Finch locker contents.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life.
That's not good.
He kept working at the cannery. But he withdrew part of himself. In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to wander.
Oh god, I'm playing both of these at the same time.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about.
This is incredibly difficult.
Then something moved. Bats. And toads. And things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then.
Graphics are getting better.
Daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first. He told me he'd made a new friend.
Is it the dog?
On the edge of a city he named Lewis Topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians. And songs for them to play. He talked about starting a band. And and he was always humming something.
That guy playing the
Every day
tuba.
his imagination grew stronger. He no longer spoke at the cannery, but his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination, so he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor, and he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him.
God, I had to focus so hard on that. Oh wait, it's still going. Perfect.
He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on.
Trying to multitask like this.
New Louisville. St. Louis.
St. Louis.
He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis, until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery. Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Louis kept sailing on.
Just wouldn't go home? Oh. She, like, ended his daydream for a second there.
In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a
Handsome queen.
handsome queen.
Never a good thing when a woman is described as handsome.
The queen was on her own quest for sinister serpents.
I wonder if this just keeps going. Until I, like, mess up chopping.
Silver harp.
Where's the fish?
His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound. He knew the world was all in his imagination.
Come on, handsome woman.
But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Sorry I'm focused so hard on this part. Trying to do two completely separate
Someone
things
who'd
at the
never
same
known
time.
success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Louis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Oh, okay. We're at the cannery. Find our locker, I guess. Probably that one. Yep. Oh, what is that? An watch or something?
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Louis, the cannery worker.
Is that Louis the Knight? Adventurer? Whatever we became?
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
Hey me, really not doing anything there.
I still thought I could save him.
Oh, tell me Lewis jumps out the window.
Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who had insisted on inviting him.
God, I love this. This is great. Graphics of this game we imagined got so good.
His queen waited, holding his crown.
My handsome queen.
There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head.
Oh, that's guillotine. We're gonna chop our own head off with the cannery. Oh no. Oh, Lewis.
And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
Lewis, you put your head in the fish head chopper?
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Oh my god. Well, that's the family tree. Oh god. Oh, Milton. God, I hope Milton's out there somewhere.
On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed.
Packing peanuts?
But I understand why we left.
Dawn Finch. Kitchen.
My mom ended up leaving everything behind.
Oh, happy 90th birthday. Old. Teach and to learn. 7 ways to create a fulfilling classroom. Looked like Dawn was pretty religious. Sanjay. Dad. Oh boy.
What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner.
What happened? Just left, right?
But it had to end one way or another. All
What?
that's left now is to tell you about that last night.
Edith.
That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. until supper when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
Are we playing as our mother? Are we Dawn, or are we Edie?
The power had been
Edith.
shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom
Or
said
Edith.
the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
The thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house.
Curse.
Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight.
Not only your children, it's like everyone around
We'll
you.
have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground.
We going to the old
There'd
house?
been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life.
God, we're going to the house.
But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way.
Just go straight. It was right in front of you. Carefully walk straight.
I got turned around. I started seeing things.
Yeah, I doubt there's a deer. Middle of the, well, that part of the ocean, not the middle of the ocean, but in the ocean to begin with.
Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them.
He was probably already
Can't
pretty old.
explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go.
Man, oh, come on.
I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again.
Oh, there she is.
The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it.
How did you get back to this
few
house
years
at
went by.
17?
My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive.
Unless your brother's out there.
Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you. But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now, things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
What? What about the house? Wanted to see more of the house. What did Edie want to tell us? That's it? Never find out about the house? What about Milton? Wait, did Edith go to the house because she was pregnant? Did she write all that, knowing that she was gonna die too? Oh boy. Just want more. So many more questions. Whole family was doomed because Edie felt the need to put the inevitability of doom in their heads. Yeah, I guess when all you do is think about the inevitable, that would have an effect on you. So Edie must have just died of natural causes from how old she got. Oh, the house. We were so close to being in the house. I mean, if Edie was that old and they were gonna take her to the nursing home the next day. Yeah, she died of drinking alcohol with her meds. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh boy. That's a hell of a story. Holy crap. Ingeborg, or Odin lived to be 57. Edie went on to be 93. Sam was 33. Walter, well, I mean, Walter lived a really long time. Just protected himself. I mean, he was probably one of the longest, no? 53. Barbara, 16. Molly was 10. Greg was 1. Gus, 13. Dawn lived a long time too. 48. Well, that's not a long time, but compared to everyone else. Edith lived to be 18. Something. 19. You had a kid really young. I assume you're playing as... Oh, now it says... Well, Milton disappeared when he was 11. They just assume he's dead. Lewis was 22. So Edith is dead too then. Oh man. I know that there are other achievements on Steam for the game. Maybe one day I'll revisit and check those out. Wow. That was insane. God, I love a good story. If anyone else has any ideas for story-based games or anything that hits hard like this with narrative, please let me know. Message me or leave it in the comments on YouTube. That was insane. Thanks for sticking around, everyone. Thanks for hanging out in the homie zone. I'll see you next time. Have a good night.